In 2021, just after midnight in Dallas, Texas, a SWAT team faced a nightmare inside a Chevron gas station. A man had jumped the counter, attacked the clerk, and dragged the store manager into the back office. When officers arrived, they found the suspect actively assaulting the manager, so there wasn't much time. Using cameras to confirm what was happening, the SWAT team made a bold decision. Detonate an explosive charge, blow the office door open, and storm inside to rescue the hostage. The manager lived, cut and bruised, but alive, thanks to the speed and precision of their tactics. So that happened in Dallas, Texas, real life. But tonight, we're heading into Ready or Not's Thank You Come Again mission, a scenario at the 4U gas station that mirrors some of those same challenges. A relatively small space, a desperate suspect, well, this time multiple desperate suspects, and most importantly, innocent lives on the line. I'll be approaching this mission with the same urgency. We don't have a live camera feed to plan our entry, so we'll just have to go with our gut. And based on the phone recording, we're going to expect things to go south. So our plan with controlled explosives is to breach as quickly as possible and save the hostages, while also bringing order to the chaos. This is going to be really risky for the officers because we don't really have time to move as slowly as possible, but that's the job. So let's see if Ready or Not can capture something similar to the chaos, the split-second decisions, and the razor-thin line between life and death in the Dallas, Texas convenience store standoff. I'll also be observing the level design, world-building lore elements in the environment, and suspect behavior to review this mission. With all of that said, let's roll. So let's start out with what we know. We have 2 911 calls and we hear shots fired at the 4U gas station. It sounds like it's a robbery gone wrong. So we have several persons of interest. With our suspects, we have Andre Williams. He's a young guy, looks like he's a senior in high school, but recently he was placed under house arrest at his grandmother's house while his case was being investigated. Apparently his charges have since been dropped, and apparently that's because of a lack of due diligence from officers who attended the scene. Andre was in a gunfight with a rival gang, and this apparently happened during the shooting of a rap video. So this guy's a gangbanger. He's tall too. He's 6'3". He's skinny. He's only 165 pounds. He's tall, and we know he'll shoot back if he feels threatened. So you got to keep an eye out for him. Another guy, we've got Jaden Fletcher. So he's 6 foot tall, slim. So apparently he lives with his older brother in the Dawson Gardens projects. So he comes from a low-income housing development that is known for high crime and drug activity. So he won't be a stranger to criminal activities. There's reports of domestic violence in his house and him engaging in criminal activities to support a drug habit. He's been through drug treatment programs to help him with his addiction. He was placed on probation. He was required to attend regular counseling sessions, yada, yada, yada. This guy is a potential threat. Next, we have Zion Pretlow. And man, something I'm noticing, these guys are all young. Born 2005. He's born 2004. Although with that handlebar mustache, you wouldn't know it. So he's been in Los Sueños for 5 years. He was expelled from his high school for selling weed on school grounds. He is a known drug dealer, and apparently weed isn't all he sells. He sells several different things. 5'10", so relatively tall-ish, not really. These are the 3 guys we got to keep a lookout for. There could be more. Maybe one of them's already been incapacitated by a civilian who has a concealed handgun license. We don't know. But we do have several civilians in there. So we've got Charla Layton, and she found a hiding place and called 911 immediately after spotting one of the gunmen. Apparently her child Crystal is also in the convenience store somewhere, but she is missing. Not only do we have civilians in the crossfire of a robbery gone wrong, but we have a child that we have to find. This is just turning into a total crapshoot. Lastly, we have Mudasar Varma. I think that's how you say his name. He's the day shift manager at 4U gas station, so he should be there. He was on scene at the time of the robbery, and if this is a robbery gone wrong, it sounds like he really is going to be targeted by them. So we're gonna have to find him and secure him pretty quickly so that he's all right. Next to the map, so with the Dallas op, they had the camera information and all of that. We don't. We just have this blueprint. So the goal here is to get in as quickly as possible because shots have already been fired, so we just need to get in there. We're not going to mess around with securing the exterior, anything. We're just going to get in and immediately start putting our bodies between civilians and the gunman. We're just going to have to go in through the sales floor. We're going to use an explosive, just like the Dallas Police Department did, and basically just start room clearing as quickly as possible, stopping any threats as quickly as possible. So let's roll out. All right, so we're here, and it's not looking good because already we've got a guy who's been hit up here at the front. So we're going to go on ahead and get over here to these doors and plan a charge. I'm going to keep a lookout over here. Accidental magazine check. Whoops. All right, so we're breaching. All right, no one's shooting at us yet. Looks like we got everything under control. Yep. All right, yep, just a bunch of scared civilians. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and send one team over there and take another team and put them over here. We're just going to move up the left and the right of this building as quickly as possible and then work our way inward to the core. So we breach through here.
Get down! Keep your hands up! Let's go!
Oh man, so there's already a guy down and a dog, it looks like. That's not good. Oh, and it looks like we have one guy who's not going to cooperate. Yep, we're gonna have to take care of him. All right, so that's one of them down. Several shots fired, center mass. Now we're going to clear the rest of this floor. Oh, we got another, but I think a flashbang should get him on our side. Yep, that did it. Let's arrest him. All right, so let's check the rest of this convenience store. We are looking for the manager and Crystal. I haven't seen either of them. And oh boy, here's the manager. Yeah, so at the end of his 911 call, it sounded like this is what happened. I didn't have high hopes for him being alive still. And I'm assuming that's his wife calling. Oh man, that's terrible. That's the real world though. All right, so we can see the money littered out here, and oh man, and over here you can see the community college he graduated, and oh man, that's rough. It seems like he's a pretty cool guy too from some of these notes that are kind of left about. At least seems like his employees liked him. That sucks. Okay, he's gone. We need to find the kid. I hear some screaming in the walk-in freezer. It sounds like there she is. There's Crystal, so we got her. All right, and everything's bagged up and secured, so we are ready to roll out. So it looks like we're not as good as the Dallas Police Department because we were not able to save the manager's life, and that sucks. I mean, it's a video game. There was never any way to save him. He's dead no matter what you do, but I think this mission does a really good job of just showing you how scary, intense these situations must be for officers. Sure, it's like dialed up to 11, like this is like a once-in-a-lifetime maybe kind of raid. Well, it depends on your police department, right? But this is the worst of the worst. So absolutely terrible. And there's real people out there with these memories, you know, seeing this kind of stuff. And it's terrible. Something else I've noticed about this mission is this guy over here, he looks like he's a veteran and maybe coming back from a protest or something because he's got all this crap. I don't know if this is like his service animal or whatever, but he did have a sidearm that he pulled. So I was right. We did have a civilian with a concealed handgun license. We did try and draw it on him, but it looks like the damn thing jammed on him. That just sucks. Of the 3 robbers, 2 of them survived. Looks like the other one didn't make it. But our officers seem content, which I guess means it went better than it normally goes in these kinds of situations in Los Sueños. I don't know, but whatever. I'm glad they're okay. And we S-ranked it. So anyways, I think this game is incredible. I think the For You gas station is an amazing start to a game that wants to, you know, ready or not, here you go. We're going to show you the worst of the worst, all that. Well, until they censored their game, but that's another conversation. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyways, I can't imagine a better tutorial for this game because the map layout's perfect, the vibe's there, the themes are there, there's lore littered everywhere. I didn't even get into everything. There's something going on with the bank and the money, and it seems like the trash is backed up, so maybe the trash people aren't working. I don't know, but it is nuts how detailed the world is that they put you in. This is a fully realized world that you're inhabiting when you play this game. And if you take the time to stop, which you can't really because you're room clearing, there's all sorts of stuff everywhere. And it's such a shame that the missions just immediately yank you out of it as soon as you complete all the objectives. One gripe with this game is that it would be nice to walk back to the vehicle and load everyone in and physically leave. That way it gives you time to kind of go over and look at all this stuff, you know? But SWAT 4 didn't do that either, and this is the spiritual successor, so it is what it is. Very minor gripe. All in all, I think I've got to give this 5 out of 5 bullet holes. I can't imagine a better start for Ready or Not. It immediately throws you in the action, but it's nothing too crazy, but it's enough to get your blood pumping. So 5 out of 5 bullet holes for thank you, come again. And props to the Dallas Police Department for being able to handle the situation without bloodshed of innocent lives. With that out of the way, I'm planning on going through every single mission in Ready or Not and doing this kind of thing. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. At the very least, please like this video. It would help me out tremendously. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and feature an artist here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, night, week, year, whatever. Just stay safe out there. Peace. Here's 2 videos. Whoever this band is, play us out.